Hello and welcome to this episode of the Guides with Glasses podcast. I'm Bandito John, and I have with me No Name Josh and Wise Joey D. Hey guys.
Hello.
How's it going?
Hopefully we got some video recording this time, so you get to kind of see us.
Yeah, I think we do. I tested it before we started, and it actually put all three of us in a pyramid, so we're okay.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Nice. You see I'm wearing ginormously comically huge headphones today. I need these because I have a ginormous comically large head. So
It's true.
headphones. And just for our viewers, I'm wearing a keyboard cat howling at the moon shirt.
Nice.
So, internet memes circa, 2010 right here. Yeah.
He's old
school
school.
I got this from my friend Andrew, Dead Man Walking, from the site. He gave me this. But yeah, we have some cool stuff to talk about today. First off, let's chat about the new Castlevania game. Its reviews. You guys played it. What's you guys' thoughts on it?
Joey, you start this off.
I was talking to my friend about this. I played the demo a while ago, and I sucked, which was good.
Yeah.
But it was amazing, like having all the voices and all that. It reminded me of Heavenly Sword.
Doesn't it have Patrick?
Yes.
Does it have Patrick Stewart, or at least the old one did?
It does. It has Patrick Stewart and there's a dude. I'll find the guy's name. There's a Robert Carlyle. That's it. He's the voice.
Yeah.
And oh my god, it's brilliant. It's just all these amazing actors in it. But yeah, I sucked, but it was an amazing game. It actually was really fun. If I'd had a bit more time to master it and not suck. I liked it. My friend likes it a lot. I think Josh, you're saying though that a lot of people don't like it.
Yes.
To put it mildly.
Well, it's getting pretty mixed reviews across the board, like 5s and
Yeah.
6s, or maybe mid 6s at the high end. But
So what are people saying about it? What sucks about it?
I don't know. I didn't when I played the demo. I didn't like it. It's just I don't know.
Are you a fan of the Castlevania games? Have you?
I was of the original. They're punishingly hard. I agree with that, and that's part of the fun of it. But I don't know why, but I just didn't get drawn into this game. Like I played a few on my DS, and they're okay, but I don't know why. But as they've gone on, they've just got less and less appealing. Like I don't know.
I played the previous Xbox 360 game, Castlevania Lords of Shadow. I forgot what it was called, but I thought that they took a lot of cool elements. Like they almost had a Shadow of the Colossus style, like you're fighting ginormous bad guys, which was cool. I thought the weapons were kind of fun, but it just really didn't have that polish, that you would kind of expect. Like I thought Bayonetta kind of took that third person action adventure and that extremeness and really made that fun. And while Castlevania, I think it got hard and just not really enjoyable later.
Well, that's the thing. My friend thinks he's a massive Castlevania fan. It's funny that you're saying this is so. In my mind, it's so un-Castlevania. I mean, I haven't followed it really. It's Lord of the Shadows 2 after all. So there's another one I didn't even know there was the 1. But whoops. But basically, I mean, it's such a like you said. You made Bayonetta, Shadow of the Colossus, and Heavenly Swords from PS3, which is like a button bashy, kill many people. Combo thing, which is good. It is like that. It is hard, and I think my friend thinks that's why a lot of people are punishing it because it's old school hard. Apparently, well, I sucked a lot. I'm not a great gamer, but I sucked. But it was hard, but fun. But I don't know. It's one of those things where I don't know. I haven't played it.
I love old school punishing games.
Yes.
like what? I mean,
Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
The Angry Video Game Nerd Adventures.
What about Super Ghouls and Goblins?
Oh god, that's a nightmare. But yes, I do have it on the the SNES.
Yeah,
and I love those types of games.
See, I think people that like those games are a little bit of a masochist. I don't know how I can get enjoyment out of being so frustrated with something that you just want to bash the controller. And
Hey, John, you have not known frustration playing Home Alone on the SNES. Oh wow, that was frustrating from a gameplay point of view. In fact, every point of view. Music, it was an assault on the senses. But that was.
It's
oh
like
my,
Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. That was the
Oh,
same
yeah.
thing, dude. It was atrocious.
Uh,
oh my god.
let's take a little poll here. What is the hardest game you've ever played?
Oh god.
Mega Man.
The original?
Yeah, maybe that or actually Battletoads. I've never been able to beat that game
That
or
is
get past the
notoriously
third
hard.
level.
That is
So
hard.
yeah, I'd say Battletoads.
What's your story, D?
I'm trying to find it on my just a quick sneaky Google search. It's yes, it's Dragon Slayer in the SNES. I think I played like 2 levels in it. And I was like,
Oh, the old cartoony game where you have to like.
yeah, the old
you know,
cartoon
button
game with the
fire?
really weird sound effects, and really horrible controls. Oh my god, that was like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I still like that's the no. Me and my brother never got past the 2nd level. You can watch a YouTube video on it. It's what's yours?
You know, I was actually reading about a guy who was playing Dragon Slayer. No, we're talking about like the CD disc arcade based game, and he's played it so much and he knows the game so well that he's actually going to try to do like a world record in the game by beating it with his eyes closed.
Oh my god.
All by audio cues.
That's
If he don't
impossible.
Oh my god.
Bow down to his amazing.
Yeah, I know, right? There will be a religion. Hey, hang on. He'll be the second coming of the Unitologist Messiah. I mean, if he does that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What about you,
Or
John? What's the
Seinfeld.
hardest game you've played?
Oh man, you know, my hardest games will probably be kind of easy for other people, but I think
Tetris!
there's this one game that my parents got for me at Christmas. You know, they didn't know, and they got it's called Jim Power Lost in the Third Dimension. And if you download, the only way you'd ever get this game is if like you download like entire ROM pack of like every Super Nintendo game ever made, because nobody's ever gonna go out and look for just specifically this game. But it had like that like advanced chip that was in Star Fox and stuff, you know, for like better graphics.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
supposedly. And it was, I mean, it's almost nausea inducing at this because it has 2 different backgrounds that move across. While in the foreground where you are, you're moving. So not only are you getting like sick by like this movingness, but also it came with like 3D glasses, like the red blue
Oh
glasses.
no.
And so it's like, oh god. So now all the colors are all skewed, and it's
Wow.
timed. You have like 2 minutes to get to the end of this notoriously hard level, and everything kills you, including like drops of water to little puppy dogs to bad guys. You know, so it's like it's just stupidly difficult. I couldn't even beat the first level, and supposedly there's like 10. I don't
Oh
know.
my god.
Yeah. That was an enjoyable 10 minutes of gameplay, Mom and Dad. So,
Again
It
and
was
again.
payback for
Same
you
thing.
getting that
I
32x.
think after that happened, I think I started writing out like wish lists for my parents. Like, I want this game, you know. But no, it's kind of fun. Yeah, not really. It's not fun.
Oh.
So some big gaming news that came out this week. Twitch beat Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yay!
have you got-
Yes.
Have you guys heard about this? Like on what's going on with Twitch playing?
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Well, I tried to keep up on it, even though I'm not like huge into Pokemon anymore. I thought it was interesting, so that's
Yeah. Well, I think we were talking a little bit about last week, but if you didn't catch our episode, basically, everyone on Twitch, if you went into this room, you could play a single game of Pokemon. So there was like 100,000 people, or I think actually in the total it was like over 1 million people or whatever, actually contributed to the game. So, you know, you could press in like A, B, you know, up, down, left, right. And so, of course, you know, with all these people playing at once, like the characters like going around in circles, you know, running to walls, you know, somehow playing the game. And it just took hours to like get to like, you know, and days to get through some of these really complicated parts. But after, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks of continuous gameplay, I mean, it's going on 24/7, they finally beat the game.
yeah.
They
Wow.
finally beat Pokemon.
It,
Yeah.
it just seems crazy to be able to do that. I don't know. It's
It
just,
does. It was like crowdsourced gameplay.
Yeah.
And now they're doing Pokemon, the next one, like one of like Diamond or Crystal or something. I don't know. But yeah.
Wow.
So,
What
um,
was-
Twitch is
Oh.
crazy. I just
yeah.
think
It
it's
is.
amazing that so many people watch other people play games. Like, it just
yeah,
seems
and it's
just
fun.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, it's fun to watch. I feel like if I had 2 monitors here, I'd like maybe watch Twitch and have like a game going at the same time, but I just
Yeah.
feel like I couldn't sit here in front of the computer and just watch Twitch. Like,
Yeah,
Well,
like Jody, you came to visit us a few weeks back, and you
Yeah.
were watching us do some speed runs, right?
Yes, that was awesome. That was so amazing.
I mean, it's fun because like they usually have a webcam set up, and then they're playing the game, and then there's like little timers, that say like how fast. I guess maybe be like beating the world record, like how far away they are behind or ahead for these levels, and like you're seeing this person, and they're like a freaking robot.
yeah.
They're like.
Yeah, they're just
and it's like this because they played this, for thousands of hours and they know every part of it, and it's just awesome to watch it. These people are like
in
super
all,
human.
yeah. Yes, it is a bit like the thing is with the Twitch thing is really funny because if you watch it, and did you try and send a command in? Did you try like you can do these things where you can go like. It's like it's so mad. It's it's crowdsourced, like you said. So it's just a stream of up, down, left, A, B, B, B. Everyone around
Yeah.
the world sending it. But then there's also you can do anarchy mode, and did you know about this? There's anarchy mode and democracy mode. So
I saw it, but what is it?
it's like what happens is in the stream of things on the right hand side there's all these things flying by, but the thing is that you'd also see anarchy or democracy, like these words interspersed with the up, down, left, right, A, B, B,
Yeah.
all that stuff. And you'd be like, what? What it was that it was really awesome. Basically, you could activate or switch modes between anarchy and democracy. If enough people voted for democracy, it would then switch into mode where the computer would tally up like how many people were sending right, how many people were sending left, and if more people are doing right, then the character would go right. And then, but if
Yeah.
you then if you voted for anarchy enough, then the computer would go like, oh fuck it, and then it would just input just let all commands go in, no vetting, nothing, everything. So there you see like these epic battles, and they had like it almost looked like Hunger Game-esque like emblems for the different camps of anarchy, democracy. And it
Were
was
people
just-
getting pissed off at like the
Yes,
anarchy?
yes,
Because
yes,
like I mean they're constantly game to take so much
like
longer.
people are like damn it, and like democracy, and then people just
You could
troll,
totally
like,
troll.
yes,
Yeah.
guess which the trolls wanted. So it just was amazing. It was a fight between good and evil. I thought it was brilliant. It was so amazing.
That's awesome. I think that's a good idea because then that kind of can pseudo make it so people
Yes.
might be able to
Yes,
beat the
yes,
game in an
maybe,
easier manner.
maybe.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, I gave him a fighting chance, I guess, rather than just like spinning around for the
Yeah.
entire person. But it was interesting that like a religion came out of Twitch plays Pokemon. Like
wow, really?
because I don't remember if we were talking about this last week, but
No, I didn't.
there was there was an item, it was one of the fossils, that you get that like turns into one of like the dinosaur Pokemon. And the Helix fossil. And you get it early on in the game. Well, I guess like based on where it was in the item ranking, people would go into the item menu a lot and they would select it and it would say you can't use this yet. You can't use this yet. And so there was kind of like this joke religion that was coming out that like Ash needs to consult with the Helix fossil at all times.
Yes.
This is like this Messiah, and so it's pretty funny. I mean, there was all sorts of like drawings that came out and everything, and they actually wanted to make like a Helix fossil day, like a holiday. They were joking that like,
Yep, that's.
That'd be pretty aming.
Oh, this is
So
the.
it- yeah,
This is the this can show up actually on the thing, but that was the two little emblems they made for like democracy,
Oh, okay.
anarchy, and stuff. And you could put that in your Reddit. No, does Reddit have a signature thing?
They have
or is it maybe
badges.
just form?
yeah,
maybe
they
you
do.
You could
It
do.
does.
You could
depending
sort
on
of
form,
say,
yeah.
I am for anarchy, or whatever. That's pretty awesome. What was that thing called? What was the item called?
The Helix.
The
The
fossil.
Helix fossil.
Oh, hail the Helix
yeah.
fossil. Oh, hail. I saw that was amazing.
Oh.
It's pretty awesome.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, Twitch is, it's kind of really coming into its own. I think it's a lot of fun. I mean, especially watching like those speed runs, or you're watching some really good game players. It is kind of fun to just have on in the background,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what a lot of people do is just have it on their second monitor or maybe snap to the side while they're doing something. I don't know, because I just feel like I couldn't sit there and watch somebody for
Yeah, yeah.
hours on end. I just feel like it's not my
Yeah.
cup of tea, I suppose. But millions of people watched it. It was freaking nuts, dude.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So you know what's not a lot of fun, changing subjects, is the Wii and the Nintendo DS online gameplay going away.
I know.
So what's kind of crazy about this news is that, you know, like usually games, I mean, if they're not being played anymore, there's only a handful of people that are playing it, and they're on the servers. You know, they'll take down the servers for that, and then you can't play those games online. But it's usually after like people just aren't playing it anymore. But this is across the entire platform, so all Nintendo DS games and all Wii games that have online play, which includes like Smash Brothers Brawl and a bunch of games that were still being actively played. Now the services are going down. You can still apparently use like the web browser, you can still access the eShop, but you can't do any of the matchmaking online play. And it's really crazy because there's active people doing it, and there was Nintendo DS games, big titles that were released only like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And so that's what's crazy is that this still like, even though those systems came out a long time ago, they're still actively there's still a community that's playing it. So I don't know. What's your guys' thoughts on this? What do you think about it?
Well, I could never get my DS to connect to any internet other than WEP, so it doesn't really freaking matter to me.
Yes,
Oh, that was so stupid. You could only connect to the easiest encryption to break.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like
It's
it was
awesome.
like, mom, can I just reset the router so everyone can hack it, and so I can play Mario Kart? Can I please do that? Yes, okay.
Worth it.
Yeah,
Don't worry about your banking, passwords and everything. I mean, Mario Kart, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Well, so the DS doesn't matter to me, but the Wii seems ridiculous because I feel like a lot of people still play Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And probably like what is it? Monster Hunter and Fire Emblem and all that stuff. Oh no, not Fire Emblem, but Monster Hunter you do online, as far as I know.
I think that's mainly online or only online.
Yeah.
But,
that just seems ridiculous.
Yeah, so apparently from the rumor mill, I was kind of doing some research on it. They were saying that this really wasn't Nintendo's choosing on this. Basically what happened is that there was a third-party company that was doing their matchmaking and that was handling it, and the third-party company got bought out by another company, and that company said, we don't want to do this anymore for Nintendo. And so now they were probably obligated to continue it up to this point due to contractual obligations. But now that this time is done, now the services are going down.
This guy's a Sony fanboy.
I am.
He's like, F Nintendo, you can't be on my service.
I know, right?
Yeah. So it's pretty nuts. I mean, Wii U and 3DS are still going to work okay, but it's just sad that these are a lot of games, a lot of big games going away.
Yeah. It's too bad.
It's like I'll never be able to kick. One of my friends from Japan, we've always joked that we're gonna one day play Mario Kart, and I will pwn him, but that's not gonna happen.
You got like another week, I think, or something. So
Yeah,
seriously, oh god. Dust off the Wii.
Practicing.
It's like dust off the Wii like an Indiana Jones relic.
Yeah.
It's like
you got the bag of sand to swallow.
Yes. And the thing is, it affects it. Even if you're playing a Wii game on the Wii U, still, it doesn't matter. Any Wii software, it won't connect anymore. But
yeah. It's just crazy that it's a whole platform. I mean, one day, Xbox 360 games are not going to have matchmaking. One day it'll be PS3 games.
Yeah.
And that's what's kind of crazy is that, we kind of live in this world where it's like there was games that were on like the Xbox Live Arcade service that for whatever reason, contracts, whatever, ran up, and now they're not there on the service anymore, and they were only available on the arcade service. So like, there's games that you can't get anymore. Like you could collect every Nintendo game, you could collect every Super Nintendo game that ever existed.
Yeah.
You can't, now there's like no way that if you were trying to collect every arcade game or whatever that you could.
Yeah,
it's like people buying Flappy Bird on the iPhone for like $1,000.
Oh yeah, exactly. I downloaded it and I considered selling my iPhone during this mania. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, because
for free.
You couldn't get it anymore.
Yeah. Actually,
it's freaking ridiculous.
Actually, talking about worshipping, people who, worshipping Helix Strand or whatever. It's like worship your wife Maggie for getting 74. What did she get?
Oh yeah, on Flappy Birds. Yeah, she's a prodigy. I don't know how she got to score of 74 on Flappy Birds. But yeah, because I think I got to a
No,
score of like 10, and I was ecstatic.
Do you know what? I take it back. Flappy Birds is the hardest game I've ever played. That's
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, so it's it's kind of crazy. I mean, these services that go down, like it kind of makes me want to have physical copies of games
Yeah.
because like I got the new Professor Layton game the other day, and it was cool that it came out on the download service, the Nintendo eShop, at midnight, so I could get it immediately. But it sucked that they charged full price. It was still $40 on the eShop.
Of course.
Yeah, and you don't get a physical copy, And then two, it's like if our DS broke and we had to, get another one, you can't download it again. You have to pay
What?
for it again.
I thought you could if you were under the same account.
Not on Nintendo.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
See, these are the
So
things
if
that
you
drive
send
me
it in,
nuts.
if you send in your DS as this was damaged, and you send it in for repair to Nintendo, then they can transfer your stuff. But who's gonna do that? Especially if they charge for it. So I mean, it's
Okay.
ridiculous.
I do have a gripe now that you brought up Professor Layton.
Yes.
I pre-ordered it on Amazon. It said, "Oh, you'll get it day of the release." It's not going to get here till Tuesday. I was so pissed off.
You could download it. It's
Damn
available
it.
right now.
Yeah, but I don't want to buy it twice, man.
Oh, I know.
Brutal.
Totally ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, the only reason why we bought it actually on the eShop was because Maggie had a gift card for it. But it's like, yeah, this makes me want to have physical copies of games because eventually they're just gonna go away.
Well, think about it, like,
you're not gonna be able to get them anymore.
Well, think about it like this. I mean, for example, Titanfall. I mean,
Yeah.
from what I was looking at, because I kind of thought for some reason there was a single player mode, and
Nope.
there's not. It just is multiplayer, and it was like, oh,
Yeah.
and they thought like one day Titanfall servers are going to get switched off. It's like, holy, I mean, because that's not even going to be a game anymore. That's just going to be the menu screen and like no connection.
Yeah, that happened with like Halo 2. This is
Really?
pretty funny. When it had the online Xbox Live Play, on the original Xbox, they wanted to take it down, but there was this hardcore group of like 20 players that were constantly playing it on the services, and this is actually pretty funny. I think it was done by like peer to peer, so like you didn't have to necessarily connect to like Xbox Live servers.
Yeah.
And so there were some people that after they took down the service where you couldn't do any more matchmaking, they kept on their Xbox
Wow.
with open parties, so that way people could continue to join. Like those hardcore, 5 people or 20 people.
That's
And
awesome.
Bungie did like a little, gift for them, I think, and stuff, because basically, salute you, good sir. But eventually, like a power outage happened or something, with that one console, and then now it's gone. You can't do anymore. And that was
pretty
like
funny.
I mean, to your point, Jody, like that was the biggest title, when it came out for online play, and now you can't do it anymore.
And, like,
End of an era.
I don't know about that. I think that they like made a hack, and I think there's probably somebody who has
sure.
a server up, and
Yeah, they ported it to PC and stuff. Yeah, so.
Well, yeah,
But yeah, I mean, that's because it's Halo. Like Titanfall might be in some form or fashion for many years, but eventually, like I mean, all these lesser, not even AAA games. I mean, they go away.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why I have my console like loaded with every downloadable title I've ever like bought. Instead of like, oh, I need to make space, I'll delete one of my titles.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
F it, I'm gonna delete one of the hard copy games that I have installed on my
Yes.
hard drive.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you don't know if you're going to be able to download that game later.
What
It's
upsets
just
me is how small the hard drives are on the PS4 and the 3 on the one.
Yeah, they're 500 gigs, right?
Yeah, it's just gonna eat up. Like, what did they say?
Yeah.
Titanfall was like 30-something gigs. It's like,
Oh yeah, and you don't get all of the available space. There's a lot that are taken up by like operating system and everything else.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
it is, and
it's
so
sort of sad.
yeah, dismanagement.
It's
Well,
sort of sad that in the
talking
end-
about shitty things, I want to talk about Thief.
Okay, there we go.
Have either of you ever played the original Thief?
I played one of them, maybe Thief 2.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No. Oh. Okay. So these games were awesome. They were a
Sell me,
great
sir.
stealth game back. They were awesome stealth. Like, you move from the shadows to shadows, blah blah blah, and it was awesome. It was a fun time. This new one is atrocious. It looks
Oh.
like on the 360. I played it on the 360, so there's a disclaimer there. But
Yeah.
it looks like all the like wanted posters and stuff look like it was like done in MS Paint. Like it's super
like a little
hard
like
edges.
sad face. This person is wanted.
Yeah. You can't even read it. I was like looking at this poster, it was like pasted to a wall, and I'm like, what the hell is that? And then like later on he pulls one out in a like cutscene, and I still couldn't read it, and he's like, wanted. And he like throws it away, and I'm like, what
That's
the fuck?
what that is? I thought that was a movie poster. I can't
Yeah,
even tell.
exactly. But that's not like the only bad part. Like if you're looking out a window, the window slats like have step downs. It looks like Minecraft like window edge. You know, I'm just
Oh,
like,
come on.
how did you not polish this? Like
Yeah.
if it wasn't
come on.
gonna work on the 360, then don't release it on the 360.
I mean, Thief is kind of known for being like a really good game visually, right?
Yeah.
Normally?
I mean, this game looks slightly better than the original that was released in like 98 or 99. You know? It's freaking ridiculous. I was so upset, but they have frame rate errors in the cutscenes.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
it'll start like playing like it's on a flip book. I'm like, what the how do you screw this up that bad? Like,
Is this Thief
I was
2?
so upset.
What is
Yeah.
this Thief 2?
This is-
Thief 3?
It's 3.
3. Now with mip mapping! Now with like
Exactly.
a new technology,
Yeah.
mip mapping!
I mean, the one nice part is like the parkour stuff is actually pretty fluid, but then you have to like climb walls like Assassin's Creed,
Yeah.
and half the time it does not read like that there's another object over, so he won't jump to it, and you have to like walk back to the other edge and then come back to that same spot,
mean,
and he'll jump to it.
That's
It's like,
ridiculous. This problem's been solved since Assassin's Creed 1.
Yes.
You know, like, I mean,
I-
other games do this flawlessly. There's no excuse for not being able to do that effectively.
oh, I know. You have no idea, and
This is the one time
I don't
that-
know. It's just bad.
This is the one time that like
Yeah.
industrial espionage would be good if they just went and copied and pasted Assassin's Creed jump code. It's like, please do that. please steal it.
Yeah.
You need to do this. You clearly cannot code yourself.
I don't know how long this game's been in development, and if they were just like, F it, let's put it
Oh,
out,
yeah,
and we'll reboot
That might
later.
have been. Just cut their losses. you know?
Yeah.
Because I think that's kind of what happened with Duke Nukem and stuff like
Yeah.
that. You know,
Oh,
they get
God.
like, they're just like, F it, release it, and we'll just start over when, you know, we have the rights, you know.
Well, so do you guys like stealthy games? Is that kind of...
I do. But
Yeah,
and the worst
yeah.
part about this isn't even really stealth, because I had another error where they could see me through walls sometimes,
What?
and they'd come running through the wall.
Defeat
And
the
start attacking me.
purpose!
Oh my god!
I'm just like, what is going on with this game? Who decided this was
Clearly,
okay?
Thief is based in the future where people can teleport through walls.
Yes.
Clearly. But
Yes.
but the worst part is that you could just easily beat them to death. Like, it's supposed to be like, oh my god, I'm in danger if I get caught by these guards, but I just beat them to death and then ate food. And I was like, cool, I'm good. And this offers no challenge. I don't even have to hide. I could just
Yeah, this is... I don't know. It sounds like a shitty release, you know? Like, how are the general reviews on Metacritic and stuff? Are people grilling it?
Some people like gave it like a 90, but they played it on the Xbox One. It might be, or the PS4. It might be like amazing on those systems, but on the 360 or PS3, I would say negative. It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the sneaking genre. It kind of makes me nervous. I liked
It should.
Dishonored, if you can consider... Well, Dishonored, you could go like hack or slash or sneaky, and I kind of played sneakily. That one was fun. But you know, like, where people are like walking past you, you know, and you have to wait and then like run behind them and then like hide bodies, you know, like the
So
Metal Gear Solid and
brilliant!
stuff. It's like...
That's
I don't-
like the greatest part, man. You can like, it's so funny when you kill somebody, you carry them, and then you like drop body, and he like throws them on their face. I'm like, that's so rude.
Oh, wow.
But I don't know, like
Help.
the game just isn't my favorite by a long shot.
Yeah,
It
you know,
fits in
that's
the category
disappointing.
of Brink. Like
Oh wow!
Like I
wow.
was excited to play Thief because I thought, oh, cool, it'll be like the old one, and
Yeah,
it's
it's a. I mean, that's a well-liked series, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh, Brink. I don't even want to get into that. It's just terrible.
Talking about next week, the new South Park game comes out. Stick of
Yep.
Truth. I am crossing my fingers. I'm hoping it gets decent reviews because I've been pretty excited for it for a while. It looks really fun. I'm a South Park fan, and I think that they kind of took like some of the best elements of the game, in terms of like Lord of the Rings parody and stuff. It should be awesome.
Yeah.
And what else comes out this week? We got some good games. I'm trying to
What's
think.
3, 4? Oh,
Well,
man.
Josh, you'll be getting Professor Layton in at least. Hopefully.
Oh, yeah,
This is-
yeah. For sure. Okay. Hopefully we'll get a review up for that pretty quick.
Yeah, it ends the trilogy of the 3DS games.
Oh.
Yeah.
Too bad, huh?
Yeah. I mean, there'll be more.
Well,
It's
you
kind
know,
of a solid series.
pretty soon, they'll shut down the 3DS and then move on to whatever.
No.
It's been out for a few years now. We can get rid of it. No big
Oh
deal.
yeah, man. I hope not. But also, Titanfall is also coming out soon.
Oh, yes. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed it is.
Yeah, so we'll be playing that.
Is
Well-
that next? No, that's the 11th, isn't it? That's the 11th.
Sometime very soon, counting down the days.
I'm supposed to
be.
get it in the mail on a day of, so we'll see if that works.
Yeah. I hope. Yeah.
Shut up, guys. You're jinxing me.
Fingers crossed.
I think that wraps up this episode of the Guides with Glasses podcast. I'm Bendito John,
No name Josh.
And why Stewie D?
signing off.
See you guys later.
guys.